internet world. We are the Brangers from South Carolina, and we are just dipping our feet into this internet world. I know that makes me sound like a really old person, but that's the only way I could think to phrase it. But my name is Phil. This is my wife, Jen.
Hi.
And we just wanted to kind of start a YouTube channel to both document and allow people to come along on our journey as we step into another part of life that we are getting ready to start. Jen, would you like to would you like to take a few minutes and make our announcement?
Sure. So, our big announcement is that we have started our second adoption process. We have been pre-approved to adopt a 2-year-old girl who is currently in Southeast Asia. And we are really just starting into this process, but it's not the first time we've done it. Our son, who is 7 years old, his name is Micah, and we adopted him internationally we started the process about 4 years ago. So he's been here with us and has really thrived, and we have loved every second of being his parents. Another, I guess, notable thing about Micah is he has some physical special needs, and it has been a journey with that. And as a physical therapist, I've been lucky to be able to use some of my skills to help him as we've dealt with spinal surgery, and we've dealt with Micah using orthotics and assistive devices to walk, and he has just done amazing. He is a trooper, and our experience with international adoption thus far has just been amazing. It's not easy by any means, but it's just been awesome to see how we've been led through this process. We really feel that there's been some orchestration there, and have been amazed to see how well Micah has done in this process. And so about a month ago, we really stepped seriously into what that might look like for us again. And on February 20th, we had been looking through some waiting child lists, which are children who are available for adoption, and specifically those who are available for adoption internationally. And I was just scrolling through the page, and a very special picture popped up, and just knew at that moment that that was a big moment. And I immediately texted this guy and just shared, you have to look at this picture, and we had her file to review by that evening, and had made the decision to move forward that evening. And so we're sitting here today in March, and we are pre-approved. We've been told by our program director at our agency that our second adoption could take anywhere between 6.5 to 9 months until we travel to go get our daughter.
Yeah.
So that is really exciting, and it seems like a really quick timeline, like she's just going to be here very soon. But it's a process, and it's going to be very interesting. And we have experienced it once before, and we know that it's something that people have enjoyed kind of walking through with us, and we felt challenged to really allow everyone to walk that journey with us this time.
Yeah. So basically, the goal of this channel is that we want people to be able to come on this journey with us, both so that you can kind of see what it takes, see what the process looks like, but also so that we can advocate for adoption, both domestic and international, because there are just so many kids in this world that need families and just need to be loved on. But we're going to go through everything from paperwork to fundraising to just hanging out with our family and playing with our kid and our dogs, or If we travel home at any point, my specific family, my parents have 11 grandkids right now. 5 of them are biological, so it's
You're outnumbered.
United Nations a little bit at the Brangers household for Thanksgiving. So it's kind of awesome. Anytime I show pictures to people, they just think it's really awesome the way that my family is put together, and just the way that we have come together. So we'll take you on those journeys as well. But part of what we want to do is, if you find yourself on this YouTube channel watching one of our videos, and we'll probably say this at the end of every video, but we want you all to go down to the comments and definitely just ask questions. If you have questions about what we're doing, like why we're adopting, why we choose to adopt internationally, why we're adopting a little girl, any of those kind of things, ask those questions in the comments. We want to answer those questions. But even more importantly, if you have questions like, how do you get started with an adoption? What do you do? What does it look like in your life? If you are wanting to go into that process, ask us those questions as well. We can either answer them in a video, or we can email you, start a conversation, whatever. We really want to advocate for this process. So I think we can call this a wrap for the first video, just kind of making our announcement to the world, introducing ourselves to you all. So anything else that you would like to say before we wrap up?
No, I think that's all.
All right.
Just hang on tight. It's going to be an interesting ride.
Well, I think we can put this one in the can.